Hello, everyone. Here is Esther um, with a whole story about why I started Brand the Real You and why I'm doing what I'm doing and why that hasn't been very easy always. So let me wait till some of you can hear me because there is always a delay here. And so, hi, so let me know who is there so I know who I'm talking to. Um, so, what I am going to share with you is about parental you. Uh, the program that without a doubt, I'm reading what I wrote in the thing, that without a doubt will create profound shifts in your life, mind, heart, and brand. Now, notice the life, mind, heart. Hi, Facebook user. Thank you for being here. Hi. So what I will do is I'll take you by the hand and tell you the heartbreaking story behind Brent You. I will tell you how I vowed to make it my business to bring women into the light and why I work with deep souls and deep thinkers, and how I know that feeling unseen, undervalued, and unworthy will crush your soul, and why I make it my business to alleviate the pain or help you to shift that. So, get your drink. I have water here. And so let me share my why. Let me share why I started Brand to Will You. So I created Brand to Will You as a 4-week course um, somewhere in 2017. And so because I've been working as a brand strategist and a content manager and creating large events. Branding is in my DNA and it is really, really easy to me. However, when I worked at a branding agency and we had to discuss brands and stuff, they all came up with these really lengthy, difficult, whatever um, theories. While I looked at the brand, I l- looked at who they wanted to work with, who they wanted to reach, and I instinctively, intuitively knew what we had to do. And um, which was really difficult because in branding land, so I don't know if there are any branding or photographers or people who've worked in agencies, that there is always this whole lengthy, difficult discussion with clients. And I look at the client, I look at their goal, and I look at what they wanted to achieve, and I just could mix and match. I could see the whole field. Um, so, hi, Nadia. um, but here was the thing. Um, I always felt different. And I think I've always been feeling different. And the reason is that I am different. My brain is wired differently. I'm not neurotypical. I'm very sensitive. I can feel everything. I can see everything. Um, I'm just wired differently. And in a world where most people go from A to B, it's very um, challenging to be the person who goes like this from A to C to D to Q back to B, um, because we're different. So for a very long time, I really thought that I was the only one. And then I got into a depression that lasted almost 10 years, and it was dark and difficult and complicated, but I never missed a day's work. So I'm like one of those high achieving, depressed people who nobody noticed anything. So there was this difference in what I felt and how I showed myself to the outside world. And what I noticed when I started to work as an entrepreneur, that I am not the only one. I am not the only one who shows up in this, hey, I'm just another person kind of way. Um, um, but in the meantime, a lot is going on the inside. Now, by then, I didn't know how to harness that feeling of differentness. I genuinely thought there was something wrong with me. And that feeling of there is something wrong with me, this feeling of I'm a fraud, just wait till they find out who I really am, all those feelings, that is something that many of us have. And it causes us to show up in a way that we are not really. It's not like it because it's challenging. So we feel we're too much, we're overbearing, we're too soft, we're too silent, we're too loud, we're too sarcastic, we're too deep, all those feelings. So we try to show up like a normal person, whilst at the inside we're these beautiful flowers that people cannot see. So here's the thing with branding. Branding works when you differentiate yourself from the other people, when you are consciously different. And we, the weird people, we are born with the gift of differentness. Let me know if this makes sense because it's very important. Now, here's what happens when I tell you, hey, go out, be different, and show that you're different. Then it's because you have been hurt your entire life that you're weird, there's something wrong with you, why couldn't you be like normal? So when I would tell you, or anyone else would tell you to use your weirdness, your specialness, your the fire within, and make that part of your brand, it's just not going to work because you feel you have to protect yourself, and quite right so. And also, when you go into groups of people who are from the outside, like normal people, right? And you are there feeling all fraudulent and wait till they find out who I really am, you will probably do this and you will feel unsafe. Now, brand value is I've set it up in such a way that it starts with becoming friends with the weirdness. And if weirdness is not your word, then f- replace the weirdness with uniqueness or not fitting the traditional molds or the old soul or a deep thinker. Um, where was I? Oh, yeah. So what you will learn, what I will teach you, is to harness, to appreciate, to embrace, to love the parts of you that are different, and to flip the coin and bring the differentness outside into the world and make it part of your brand. This is really important because if you don't like this, I'm not the one for you. But if you feel this is for me, then I am the one for you. So, brand to value is in essence an answer to my own struggle of trying to be normal or trying to fit in after being told that there is something wrong with me for a very long time, and then embracing my differentness and embracing that what makes me unique. And as you can see, it worked for me because now I'm this um, business owner who's doing really well, but that only happened after I embraced who I really am. And so that is actually why I'm doing all of this. This is why I have this group. This is why I send out the image, the videos and the stuff, because I want everyone who wants to work with me, who wants to get clients in their own way, to feel that you inherently belong, that who you are right now is just what you are supposed to be, that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you, but that you need to reach inside, become great friends with every part of yourself, and then craft a brand out of you, out of that. So, a while ago, I made these cards that I created. Oops, can you? Why can it? Yeah, no. Oh, okay, so this one that says I'm enough, um, I am love, and I am joy. Now, at the back of this card, it says it has the quote of Marianne Williamson, and basically that quote that I saw a very long time ago on a wall, on a door of uh, um, a cupboard in my sister's house, actually, a very long time ago. And then I was feeling particularly horrible at the time, and I felt alone and lost. And then I saw these words, and they were in Dutch, and I read them, and I just didn't get it. I just simply didn't get it because it felt so alien. It felt so, I don't know, I just couldn't get it. But I did feel the truth. I did felt the profoundness, and I knew it was about me. And I knew it was about many people because then it kept showing up everywhere. And I finally got it, but it have taken me a very, very long time. So basically, parental value is taking you on the shortcut to understand this quote. Okay, so you probably know it, but I'm going to read it to you. It's the quote by Marianne Williamson, and it is: Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that final sentence, as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others, is the essence of branding. Now, I'm not a church kind of person, so in my mind, I always um, change the word God for nature or spirits or whatever works for me. But as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. That's the one, right? And actually, that's the one that made me tear up right now because it's so incredibly easy to walk to walk um, the globe, to be out there in this 24 hours fear of people finding out who you really are, whilst in essence the thing that you really are is the most beautiful part of you. And that is what Brand to Real You really does. Yeah, it's beautiful and moving, right? Let me get this up there. So let me see what else. Oh, why I work with um, deep thinkers and feelers. Well, first because I get the deep thinkers and feelers, and the old souls, and um, I know that many people who have worked with coaches or branding people or marketing people who are more like A to Z kind of thinkers, like who are embedded in the traditional business mold, they um, don't get as much out of it as they were planning to. So there is all these amazing promises of I will make you 100,000 euros and I will help you get 1 million in a year, which might work for some people. And I'm not bashing anyone here, but when you're different, when you're an old soul and you really need to um, it like you can only do things when they sink inside of you, like on a DNA, and then you get it on a DNA level. If you're wired like that, all these courses won't work for you because A, you won't feel safe because you're always different, so you're waiting to be exposed. Um, you're wired differently. So, especially when you're neurodivergent, um, you need to process content in a different way. And the A to B kind of things won't work for you because you go from A to Z and then you run back to D, and only then do you get it. You're different, which is great. And I'm with you. um, So old souls and deep thinkers just have a different kind of processing information. Um, Also, I love working with the old souls. Um, they're amazing. And they really have so much to bring to the world. And so every time I see someone who is trying to hide parts of her because she feels there's something wrong with me, it really hurts me because I can immediately see your beauty. I can see your unique gifts. I can see this yearning of being out there, of helping people, of making change, of being change. So that is why I work with the old souls. Then, how I know that feeling unseen, undervalued, unworthy will crush your soul, and why I make it my business to elevate the pain. Well, that's actually what I just said, right? It's um, Um, it's the um, this deep desire to be of change, to um, create change, and then not being able to make it happen because you're wired differently. Which is actually why the brand archetypes, the brand archetypes gives you little buckets of knowledge. If no, it, how can I explain? It's it will give you it's a tool to make sense of the outside world as much about yourself and about your brand and about those of other people and that you want to reach out to. Okay. Um, what time and days are the calls for this program? They are there are different times. The there are weekly calls where I take you through. So the program is set up. It's set up in modules, and it starts with you. So there is an empowerment module. Then there's a whole bunch of um, personal branding modules. Then there are the visual identity modules where you do the coloring and the image and illustrations, um, photography, and then it all goes on the brand boards. And then there is implementation. So it's at the end of the program, you have everything that you have learned, that you've gone through, is on your brand boards, including your values, your positioning, everything. Now, there are weekly um, teaching calls and they're on Monday. And then every month there is an extra long call where you can bring all your questions. So that's the coaching call. And so there's always time at every call to ask your questions. So you're basically never stuck. So that the coaching calls are on Thursdays. And I think these are from 3 to 4:30 something, and the weekly teaching calls are on Mondays from 3 till 4. And some people can never make it, and then they ask the questions before, and and then they'll be answered in the call, and then they watch the call immediately afterwards. So you're never um, you're never without support. So there is a lot of support. And then in the group, people ask each other questions. They share their boards, they share insights, and they get feedback because feedback, understanding how you make people feel, is very important. So that is why it's important to be in the group, and people start making little groups so that they can work together and support each other. Okay, um, I hope this helps. I hope that you get a feeling of what it's like to work with me, what it's like to be in this group. Or I can say something about the outcome. So, because it's a branding program, people think that what they get out is an epic brand. Now, that will happen. The epic brand is going to happen. But the profound inner shift that helps you to feel so comfortable with who you really are that it's easy for you to get out of your comfort zone. That is something that most people um, didn't know. And the reason why, I mean, I can tell you that again and again and again, but the thing is that you can only feel it when you feel it. You can only experience it when you are experiencing it. Yeah, it will be in Zoom where you can see and feel each other. So this thing we're doing now, that's not in the group. It's you're with me, and if um, um, you can feel me, you can feel each other. There will be little guided meditations and healings whenever it's needed. So we're really in it together. So here's what I can do for you if you want that. Um, I can let you feel if it's a yes or a no, because you can make this choice. You can make this choice from here, but ultimately you need to make it from here. And the question is, do I feel, even if it's a tiny little bit inside of me, do I feel that I deserve to, am I worthy of getting the clients, being out there, getting the money? Can I feel this sense of worthiness? Um, so that is a very, very important thing. It's, am I worthy of it? And so I know that um, with the exchange rates and everything, and because money is different in every country, um, we added, I added an extra payment plan, and that is 139 euros. So 139 euro, which is in US dollars 141 $141. So it's over a longer period of time, um, but it will help hopefully many to join, which I highly recommend. I so highly, totally, completely, and fully recommend you to join. Because it's such a great program and you're going to love it so much. Really, that's a promise. So, um, what else do I need to share? So it's 139. Oh, the lifetime thing. The reason I made this into a lifetime um, community is because I want you to be in a community where you feel completely and totally um, safe and seen and appreciated and valued. And so the great thing is that you join now for the price that we're offering it for. So you join now, and then every time we do this again, you just join and you don't have to pay more. So when the price goes up, you don't have to pay, you just join again. So when there is a lesson on, um, uh, let's see, there is a lesson on your values, for instance, and you're a little bit like, I don't know what I'm talking about, then you go back and then you take that lesson again, or you go to every lesson, or you come to the coaching calls, and um, you ask me all your questions about your brand, about your visual brand, or about the brand of your offers, or all these things. Yeah, thank you, Nadia. So you was it, you will get connected to your inner self and find all your needs. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that. What if I don't know what to sell? That's a great question. So, um, most likely you are going to find out what it is that you want to sell. And the reason why that will happen is that you will find out who your audience is. And when you find out who your audience is, you also know what it is that they need. So then you create an offer that is 100% focused on the need of your target audience, of the desire of the target of your target audience. So things will become much easier. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, so it will be in Zoom and we can see and feel each other totally. Um, so there are no other questions. So let me give me 5 minutes. Sorry, I need a little bit of water. Um, so that you can feel if this is for you. So all the practicalities, the money and the stuff, and um, um, about money, it's an epic investment. I can tell you that. It's truly, really, really an epic investment. So um, s- here's what you do. Take a deep breath in and put a hand on your chest. I don't know why. And the other hand goes on top of your chest. And I want you to give yourself this feeling of I am protecting myself, or right now I am feeling protected. Because I want you to make this decision from a feeling of connectedness and protectedness. So you're right now, you're protected. So what you do is you breathe into your hands. So every time, because here's the thing, when there is when you feel a little bit nervous or a little bit pressured or something, your breath goes up. So now you take your both your hands and then you bring them all the way over your stomach and all the way to your belly, and then you fold them around your belly so that you can feel your belly. And now you bring your awareness and let it drop into your belly. Take a deep breath in. So you most likely feel a little bit calmer right now. Now, in your belly, there is desire in your belly. So we very often think that we can figure everything out with our brains. And though our brains are amazing, it also gets very much in the way. So what you do is find if you can feel anything moving in your body, in your belly. If you can find the object of your desire in your body. And this is a very soft sensing. So you might think that you want 1 million euros or dollars. You might think you want 1,000 euros or dollars or your own currency. You might think you want 100,000. So there is this feeling of I want something. But in reality, you want something different. You want to feel seen, appreciated. You want to feel safe. You want to feel secure. You want to feel this luxury feeling of everything is possible. And now you see it's not about the money. Of course, it is about the money, but it's ultimately about the feeling that you want to feel. So feel what it is that you really desire. Is it that you want to feel safe? Is it that you want to feel loved? Is it that you have this yearning feeling to change the world? And anything goes. There is no right, there is no wrong here. It's all good. So when you have this sense of this is what I really want, it's you put it in your hand. and it's just for you, right? So imagine that you want to feel luxurious or spoiled rotten in the most amazing way, or loved. Now you can bring in the money, right? So it's I want to feel loved, I want to feel secure, and now I'm willing to receive the money. Because if you do everything in your brain, in your mind, there is this disconnection between what you want and what you feel. So we're going for the feeling. So if you want to feel safe, then what is the thing that will help you make feel safe? So that could be an endless stream of clients. It could be, and for that, you need a brand that is out there so that people can see you. So, what would that feel like? What would it feel like to have an endless stream of clients or an endless stream of people who buy your art or an endless stream of people who want to work with you? How does that change the feeling of I desire feeling safe? I desire feeling luxurious. I desire feeling loved. So see if anything changes in your hand where you have all these objects, and you can also bring in cars and houses and lovers and clients. You can bring everything in. And then what you do is you put all the goodness and push it inside your belly again. And now imagine that there is a party going on in your belly, a party of money and clients and feeling loved and feeling secure and feeling um, like this lover kind of person of, all the good stuff that you want. And it's all in your body right now. Now, if you can feel that, if you feel connected, even if it's just a little hinge, then working with me, being in the program is for you, without a doubt. And you might also feel it in your stomach, and you might feel it in your heart. But it needs to start with a feeling. The decision needs to come from there. So breathe into your belly, breathe into your desires, breathe into your longing. Breathe into everything that is possible for you. Breathe for everything that is happening right now. Because the moment you can feel it, it can manifest itself. Because now you're not pushing it, it's you're bringing it into the world. And if you can feel this, I'm the one for you. And this program is the one for you. And then you can make a decision based on your feeling. Now enjoy this feeling one more time, and then bring your attention up to your face and open your eyes. And let me know in the chat if you could feel that, or if anything, if glimpses, even if it's a glimpse of what is possible for you. So let me know. And this is the final day. If you need that, you can join and get lifetime access to me, to Brand Rilio, to the brand community, to the most epic branding program that is out there. I feel excitement. That is awesome. Excitement is it's so important. So follow your feeling, okay? Follow the feeling, because that is truly important. Um, you got till today, till tonight, 10 p.m. Reach out to me reach out to Danny, who is in the group, or to the A team. Send me a message if you have a question. Um, I'm here for you. If you need time, let me know as well. So we have the €139 offer that is out there for you, so that so that everyone can join. And we're going to make an epic brand together, like the most epic brand. So can you imagine how incredibly cool that is? And so in 12 weeks from now, no, we start the 20. So we start in 10 days. Um, but you get access to the first element, so you can immediately start with all the amazing things we have about the archetypes. So if you join me now today, yes, great, then in 12 weeks from now you have a fully implemented visual brand and personal brand. um, that's it. I hope that is what you want. And um, remember that you are love, and that you are joy, and that you are always enough. And I will be honored to have you, to work with you, and have you in my inner circle. So, inner circle, I'll see you very soon. You know what to do. Okay? And if you watch this later, um, thank you all for watching. Okay? Bye.